The first precepts of the church that the Catholic Church, the Catechism, enumerates is you shall attend Mass on Sundays and holy days of obligation. This is the from the earliest times what the apostles were doing. Say we celebrate the day of the resurrection, and it's so important. Obviously, this is combined with the Ten Commandment to keep holy the Sabbath day, but we're commemorating the resurrection. And it's not just a day to go to church, but it's also a day to rest. It's a day to spend time with family. It's a day to refresh ourselves, to enjoy the peace that the Lord wants to give us. It's not supposed to be a burden. It's supposed to be a joy. I look forward to Sunday, to that time when I can relax. Well, after all the masses and things, but to be able to relax, this is part of it. And in fact, we know so. Not only do we have to go to Mass on Sundays, but also holy days of obligation. There aren't that many. Most of them get transferred to Sundays, but so we have a handful of those. But even on those, we're meant to rest. We're meant to take the day off from work, to take the day off from our normal obligations. We're supposed to treat it actually like we treat a Sunday. Now, we know that missing Mass is a mortal sin, but we kind of sometimes forget that that's not the whole of the precept. It's also to rest from servile labor. And so I think there's a real invitation there to enter more deeply into these feasts in certain places still, but certainly many years ago in Europe and Italy, on a feast day, the Feast of St. Joseph, the whole town shuts down so everybody can celebrate, because that's what it's supposed to be, a day of celebration, a day of relaxation, a day of joy. Even during Lent, we take a day off from our penance and our fasting to enjoy the Lord's resurrection, even though we're not celebrating it in full until the Easter resurrection. When I was in seminary, I would take Sundays as my day of no homework. I wouldn't do any homework on Sundays. And it was so peaceful. It was a day I always looked forward to Sundays, even though not all my compatriots did that. It was something that I looked forward to and gave me a lot of peace and freedom during the rest of the week. So, first precept, attend Mass on Sundays and holy day of obligations, and refrain from servile labor.